Boozy fragrances are perfect for this time of year, guys. When it's dark and cold, they warm us up and make other people feel invited. And today I have 4 delectably divine boozy fragrances that are easy to locate and easy to wear, pull compliments like crazy. You just have to pick your poison. What is up, my fragrant people? Come on in and sit down. My name is Kerry, and today we're going to talk about boozy fragrances. These are fragrances that have a note of some type of alcohol. Normally it's rum, whiskey, or cognac. Today I don't have any cognacs on this list, but I have yet to run into a cognac that I really love, and that includes all the popular ones and some that were off the beaten path. So I'm waiting on that perfect cognac, and I think I may have found one. Stay tuned for that. But first up, we're going to talk about the 2 rums that I have here today on this video. The first one coming up is one that's supposed to remind us of a club. You guys have heard me talk about this before. It is smooth, mellow, and of course features the note of rum. Coming from the house of Maison Martin Margiela, it's Jazz Club. Pink pepper, neroli with rum in the middle, drying down to tobacco and vanilla. I've had boozy fragrances that featured rum in the middle like this one that were just overly alcoholic. They were overly rummy, but the way Martin Margiela does this one is so smooth and it's so, God, it's masculine, but yet and still it's unisex. Women have been known to wear this and they will still pull compliments. And I like to smell this on a woman too. I think it smells really good. And a woman, her body chemistry is gonna come off a little bit different on her than it would on me. On me, this thing is masculine. And I'm getting a little bit of a coconut vibe. I don't know, any of you guys get that on this? I'm getting a coconut vibe on this on the dry down. I don't know why. Not sure where it's coming from, but I don't get a lot of tobacco, but I do get that coconut, and I don't know where that's coming in. It's a fantasy note, obviously, but I love Jazz Club. It does the job. It is not beast mode, hovers right around you, but man, that rum is so smooth in this one. This is a perfect 10 out of 10. So this first boozy fragrance from Maison Martin Margiela is Jazz Club. Up next is a cost-effective boozy fragrance that punches well above its weight class. Featuring the note of rum again can be very divisive and could be your worst blind buy of your life if you're not ready for a rum, dark, smoky fragrance coming from the house of Bentley for Men Intense. Featuring black pepper and bergamot. In the heart you have rum and cinnamon, and in the bottom you have leather and incense. Like I said, you have to be into boozies and you need to be into smoky, deep, masculine fragrances, because there's one thing this one is not, is unisex. Bentley for Men Intense, I love it. I love it. When I want to reach for something that's going to be a little heavier, smokier, rum, boozy fragrance, and guess what? Extremely cost effective. At the worst case scenario, I think this thing may be $70, and I think I paid $30 for 100 mils, guys. Never pay full price for any fragrance, but especially not a designer like this. But it is so good and it gets me compliments like crazy. I have not worn this that much this winter, but every time I do wear it, if I wear it, I have also worn this in the spring on a night date, a very casual date. But it's so boozy, guys, and it's so, that incense gives it that smoke that comes up in the bottom, and that smoke, to me, mixing with the rum, I'm getting a heavy, like almost an ambery vanilla. I don't know, but these boozies have a way of working themselves with me because I love this fragrance. And I've heard a lot of guys say they hate it. This was the worst blind buy. I get that a lot from guys, but to me, Bentley for Men Intense is one of the best auto manufacturer fragrances that I have tried. And I have tried, if I'm not mistaken, all of them. Masculine, incensey, smoky, touch of sweetness, a little bit of leather in there, but that rum note is amplified and comes off so beautifully. And to me, it is so well blended, you cannot go wrong. You can overspray this and to me, it just gets better. Very masculine. When you want those days to where you just walking around, you just beasting and you just a man, Bentley for Men Intense will get you done. Beautiful winter fragrance. You guys need to get this in your collection. Get your nose on it first, because it might be your worst blind buy of your life. The second rum is Bentley for Men Intense. Now our next group, guys, are the whiskeys. And this first fragrance is no stranger to anyone. This house has been doing Boozy very well, been doing men's fragrances very well on the designer level for a long time. Coming from the house of Carolina Herrera, Men Privé. Whiskey, grapefruit, cardamom, lavender, drying down to leather, and tonka bean. Very woody, very sexy. So like I said, CH Men Privé, beautiful whiskey note up top. But what makes this one special for me is the grapefruit. And I think I'm getting a lot of my compliments from the cardamom in here, in the heart, and the grapefruit up top mixed with the whiskey. Boozy. This is, to me, this is the best whiskey note I have smelled in a designer fragrance. Now, there are some niche fragrances out there that do whiskey very well, of course, and you're gonna pay for it. But for the money, 50 mils, this is, my bottle's a 2015 batch, so very potent. This thing has been cooking. And when I first put it on, I don't really get that much of it. It's not just a huge blast of whiskey up top or a huge blast of grapefruit up top. But after I have it on, guys, for about an hour, oh man, the dry down on this seems to really push on me. On the whiskey, I'm getting that whiskey for the first hour, which is crazy because you would think on a top note, the whiskey would be gone. For the first hour, I'm getting that whiskey mixed in with that grapefruit. The scent bubble is traveling out about 2 feet, and the scent trail on this is crazy. I'm getting 2 to 3 feet for the first 3 hours. Maybe because this is a 2015, I guess maybe vintage by now, 8-year-old bottle, and it's been cooking. But this fragrance is one of my best, and like I said, one of the best whiskey notes that I put my nose on in the designer world. You can't beat it. Gets a lot of compliments, and I really like the way I feel and the way I smell when I'm wearing this. Super masculine. Once again, not unisex by any stretch of the imagination. Very masculine, very sexy. Love this fragrance. So the first whiskey from the house of Carolina Herrera, CH Men Privé. Now next up, guys, is a powdery, woody, amber whiskey that's for gentlemen only. Coming from the house of Givenchy, Gentleman Reserve Privé. Bergamot, iris, chestnut, whiskey, and amber. This is a fine, masterful blending of powdery iris with the chestnut and whiskey on the dry down. Tonka bean sweetened up just a little bit, and that bergamot up top does not scream. People complain about the performance. This was not meant to last 10 hours, guys. When you're putting on a fragrance like this is Gentleman Reserve Privé. When you're putting this on, 5 hours. If you need more than 5 hours, you may be looking at the wrong category of fragrance. This is a gentlemanly, smooth, powdery, boozy whiskey on the dry down that's meant to be calming, it's meant to be inviting, and meant to be mass appealing. I get a lot of compliments with this fragrance, a lot, and I wear it a lot. This one is an easy reach, easy go-to. It does not have to be dressed all the way up. You can dress it down to business casual. You can wear it to work, and you can wear it on a casual date. It's good during the daytime and at night. I have worn this in so many different situations. I will always have a bottle of Gentleman Reserve Privé. A nice powdery whiskey done well done, smooth and sweet. Coming from the house of Givenchy, Gentleman Reserve Privé. So there it is, guys. 4 boozy fragrances from 4 houses that are really well done. Get compliments like crazy. Do you guys have any of these? What do you think of these fragrances? Do they get you a lot of compliments? Do you love them all? Do you hate them all? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching my video. And no matter where you are in the world, keep smelling good.